Hello everyone and welcome back to another Star Staple Dressage Explained. In today's lesson we will be covering the first bases of intermediate moves, so let's dive right in. The first set of moves we're going to be covering is called transitional curls. So this is some of the moves we've covered in the beginner series, but now we're just making it a bit more complex. So I'm going to remind you what transitional curls are. First, by starting to explain what an orbit is. So an orbit is a transitional curl that's a walk curl into a canter curl. The commander can call this in two ways, either by using a go or by using the transitional curl timing, which can be different between clubs and different instructors, but I'm going to teach you what I like to use. So the moment my horse's front hooves reach the original line I was trotting on is when I'm going to cue my up movement, well, my W key, so that I can go into canter. And the same goes for when I'm trotting again to down transition again. So I'm going to show that again. It's orbit set, pre and go. So I'm going to do the walk, and then as soon as my front legs reach there, I'm going to start the canter, which I was a bit slow on. And then as soon as I come back, I'm going to go back to trot and then continue following the line I was following. Moving on to the next move, it's called a triple curl. So triple curl is the exact same principle, it's just walk, trot, canter. So I'm going to call it triple curl set, pre and go. So we're going to do the walk. And remember, your instructor can call a go, or you can just trot as soon as your front hooves reach that line. And now canter. And then I'm just going to down transition back into that trot and follow the original line I was trotting on. And then the last of these curls, we're going to do a star curl, which is walk, canter, trot. So star curl set, pre and go. So we're going to do walk, canter, trot. And then just continue. It is as easy as that. Now we're going to move on to directional timing moves in the intermediate basis or dictionary, and we're going to start off with a deflect set. So deflect says on the first go curl over in the direction said, on the second go curl in the opposite direction. So I like to use directional timing for this, but you can use two goes. Directional timing like this is not the same as transitional timing. So directional timing is when I'm completely straight on the original line, or, well, not original line, or completely straight after doing a curl over. But if you do a curl, it's going to be the original line. But the thing to remember is here it's not the front hooves, it's when completely straight. So on the first go, we're going to do a curl over in the direction said. Now I'm going to do it using my A key or to the left. I'm going to do that curl over, and then I'm going to do a curl in the opposite direction using my D key. Okay, so that's the move in principle. I'll show it again going this way. So we're going to do a curl over. As soon when straight, I'm going to do that curl in the opposite direction. So really pay attention that you're doing left, right, or right, left. So we can do it to the other way as well. So we're going to do a curl over right, and then a curl in the opposite direction, which is going to be left. So we're going to do that curl over, when straight, do the curl. I like to view the original line where I'm aiming for, which is in the spacing. And that's how to perform a deflect set. We're going to do fortune next. So fortune says on the first go, curl in the direction said. On the second go, keyhole in the opposite direction. So once again, we're going to use that directional timing. So fortune, we're going to curl left. And then as soon as we are straight, we're going to do a keyhole to the right, which means we're going to end up going towards a wall. And you can continuously call this again. So fortune set, pre and go. So we're going to do it to the left because assume left. I wasn't completely straight on midline. So as soon as I'm straight, I'm going to do my keyhole this way. And that is how to perform fortune. Next up is called resist. So on the first go, retreat curl. On the second go, curl over in the opposite direction. So I'm going to put it on screen. If you don't remember what a retreat curl is, it's a curl and curl over combined. And then on the second go, curl over in the opposite direction. So I'm going to get on midline here again. So we're going to do it to the left because assume left, resist set, pre and go. So we're going to do a retreat curl, which is a curl into a curl over. When I'm straight, I'm going to do another curl over, but in the opposite direction. So I was holding down my left key and I'm doing a curl over to the right. Okay, so I'm going to show that again. I'm going back to the midline. We're going to do it to the right this time. Okay, so resist set, pre and go. Retreat curl, holding down my D key. When I'm straight, I'm going to do a curl over using my A key. Always pay attention to what I wasn't completely straight there at the end, but always pay attention to what keys you're using. Next up, we're going to do butterfly. So butterfly can be called with many different of the transitional curls. I'm going to use a B curl as the example. So it says write the first gate of the curl stated as a fade, then the second gate of the curl stated as a fade in the same direction. For example, a B butterfly left. So a B butterfly left, you need to remind yourself what's a B curl. B curl is a trot curl into a canter curl. So we're first going to do a trot fade. So fade is that figure 8. So we're using directional timing when straight. And now we're going to use the directional timing plus the transitional curl, pick up canter, go back in. And now I'm performing the B butterfly to the left. And if you see from the image I showed you, which I'll pop up again, it looks like a little butterfly. So here we're combining the transitional curls plus the directional timing moves. And what might be easier as well is if you do in these types of situations, and this will be very individual based or club based, there's really no correct method to do it. It's more about everyone using the same method so that everyone transitions at the same time. So what you can do is, if I'm doing my trot fade, I would do my transitional curl, change direction and change gates when I'm completely straight to have one cue. So completely straight and then I canter, which will definitely be easier if you're many people. And like I said, if you can do the other method, if everyone's doing the exact same, there's no right or wrong, as long as everyone is doing the exact same thing, as well as using goes would be a nice method to use as well. So we can do an orbit butterfly left. So orbit is the walk into canter. So if I'm going to say orbit butterfly left, pre and go. Now we're going to do a walk curl to the left. And then fade. So going in the opposite direction. As when I'm straight, I'm going to transition into my canter and then continue my fade. And that is how to perform butterfly. Next move we're going to be doing is called an overcomb, and that's curl in the direction said and then comb in the opposite direction. So I'm going to start on the wall for this one just so it's easier. We're going to curl over in the direction said. When straight, I'm going to do a 90-degree cut to perform my comb, and then this is where comb alignment is applicable. If I'm leader, then I just need to be focusing on going straight, but remember to pan your camera across and look at your comb alignment and then do the necessary adjustments to really get that perfect comb. And the last move we will be covering is called lock. So lock says on go, keyhole the direction called, then when your back hooves reach the original axis, keyhole in the opposite direction. So axis, original line, same thing. So here I'm going to say lock, set, pre and go, assume left. So we're going to keyhole, you're going to the left. When my back hooves reach there, I'm going to keyhole going to the right. And this move will automatically re-merge the line. So if you have obviously people behind me, this would split up the move into comb and then put them back into remerging the line. So lock right set, pre and go. So now I'm going to keyhole to the right. As soon as my back hooves cross over, I'm going to keyhole to the left. And I should be on the original line I started on. And that's how to perform lock. Thank you so much for watching and attending today's lesson. I hope you learned something. If there's any specific moves you want me to cover, please put it in the comments below and I will be sure to do so. But furthermore, I hope you enjoyed it and please remember to like and subscribe. See you in the next one. Bye!